Solga, Ivy Masters Learning Center at ivymasters.com, and today we're just going to talk for a second about student-produced response. In other words, open-ended questions, grid-ins, whatever you might call them. And we're just going to run down these lists with some examples. The first bullet is, if you find more than one correct answer, enter only one answer. So sometimes a question says, what is one possible values of x? So if you solve it and you see that 1 and 2 are both possible answers, just bubble in 1, move on, or just bubble in 2, move on. Don't try to bubble in 1, 2, it'll look like 12, 2, 1, it'll look like 21. Don't put a space in between them, anything like that. Second bullet. You can enter up to 5 characters for a positive answer and up to 6 characters, including a negative sign for a negative answer. So, 5 characters, basically it's going to have like the little blank there. I should say the little blank. And you're going to have the ability to plug in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters. If it's a negative 12,345, you can put a negative there. Okay, next bullet. If your answer is a fraction that doesn't fit in the provided space, enter the decimal equivalent instead. So let's say you get 123 over 999. That's going to take 7 spaces. You only have 5 spaces of grid. You wouldn't be able to do that. You'd want to pull up your Desmos and then do 123 divided by 999. For this, I'm just going to 123 divided by 999. Entered. And it's going to be 0.123 repeated. That actually happens with any of the 9. So if it was 12 over 99, it would be 0.12121212. 1 over 9 is 0.11111111. So the 9s are kind of funky like that. Okay. Next, if your answer is a decimal that doesn't fit in the provided space, enter it by truncating or rounding the 4th digit. Okay, what's meant by that? So let's say your answer is 0.6 and it keeps going. So you'd bubble in 0.6666. That is acceptable. That would be truncating, which means cutting off the decimal. The other thing that's acceptable is rounding off the decimal. You could plug in 0.666, and if we round it off, it would be 0.6667. That is acceptable as well. Next, if your answer is a mixed number, such as 3 and 1/2, enter it as an improper fraction, 7 over 2, or as a decimal, 3.5. There's a reason for that. If you tried to enter it as a mixed number, then it would look like 3, 1/2 would look like 31 over 2, and then it'd be marked wrong. Or you put a space in between 3 space 1 over 2. Either of those are unacceptable. Make sure you bubble in 7 over 2 or the decimal equivalent 3.5. Again, you have your Desmos calculator or your own calculator, which you could just do 7 divided by 2. You get that 3.5 as well. And then don't enter symbols such as percent. So don't enter 50%. 50% as decimals 0.5, so you just bubble in 0.5. Another thing about the 0.6 repeated right here, and the so that would be truncating it or rounding it off, 0.6667, is you could also bubble in 2 over 3. That would be the equivalent fraction. Those are the 3 acceptable ways. Do not bubble in, if it's 2 over 3, don't bubble in 0.6, don't bubble in 0.66, don't bubble in 0.666. If you've got a decimal that keeps going, you got to put the decimal all the way on one side and bubble in everything. I shouldn't say bubble in anymore. You have to write in everything else that fits. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. Click subscribe so you don't miss anything, and check out our 1-minute video on TikTok. Have a great day.